This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this simple, effective roulette strategy that my subscriber Brian says you can win with every day in the casino. And man, he says it's unbelievable. So let's go ahead and get started, and I can't wait to share it with you. So we're going to start with a $5 unit, and we're going to make sure we don't bet on a 12 that hit last, which would be the second 12. So we'll pick third 12 to start. We're going to have $5 on third 12. Here we go. And we start out with a win. That's great. Okay, so now we are going to pick another 12 that has not hit last. So let's go ahead and pick first 12. And let's just go ahead and pick the 12 that's been the longest since it's hit. We're currently up $10. And let's spin. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to increase that by 1 unit. So now we'll have $10 on first 12. Here we go. That's a 26 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to increase that again. So now we'll have $15 on first 12. All right, let's spin. And here we go. That's a 34 red. That's another loss. So let's increase again. Now we'll have $20 on first 12. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. That is a 2 black. And that's a win. Let's check and see where we're at. We're up $20. We're going to pick another 12. So the last one that's hit now would be second 12. So let's put $5 on second 12 now. I'm going to go over all the rules that Brian laid out, and he says they're so simple, it's amazing. So there's a loss there. We're going to increase that by $5. Now we have $10 total bet on second 12. Here we go. That's a 33 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll increase again. Now we'll have $15 on second 12. Here we go. That's a 3 red. That's a loss. Okay, so let's go ahead. Add another 5. Now we have $20 total on second 12. And we're going to keep going up 1 unit at a time after every loss. And there's another loss right there. Now we have a $25 total bet on second 12. Temporarily, you can see we're down, but that's because we haven't hit yet. And that's a 24 black. Okay, so that's a nice $50 win. We're up 20, and even though we broke even on this set, we're gonna restart. So I'm gonna go over that in a second. And the one that's been the longest since it's hit would be first 12. So we'll put 5 on first 12. The difference between this and many of the other systems that are similar to this is that many of those systems, and we're going to put 10 on first 12 now after this loss, many of those systems want you to get multiple wins on a single 12 to restart because they want you to be in session profit, where Brian says that he just increases until he gets a win and then restarts. So even if it sets him back a little, he's okay with that. He restarts. He says that the wins that you get when you go on a run make up for any losses, and we're on $20 bet now, any losses that you have when you it takes too long for your single 12 to hit. So he says it's bankroll maintenance, and there's another loss, so we're going to 25. He says eventually you're going to go on a roll or get on a roll and hit a few of those 12s in a row, and then that's when you want to cash out. But that's another loss on 00. Now we're on a $30 bet, still increasing one $5 unit after every loss. That's a 25 red. And I'm going to go into further detail on that when we get our next win, because you're going to see what I'm talking about here. And this is a $1,000 bankroll system. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's a win. So you can see we actually lost in that session. We're down 15, but we're going to restart. We're not going to try to get multiple wins on that. So we're going to go second 12 for 5 now. And the problem with trying to get multiple wins at higher levels with a single 12 is that sometimes the single 12 doesn't come around for a while. And that can really affect your bankroll. Now we're going to have a $10 unit on, $10 total bet on second 12. And here we go. That's a loss. That's a 34 red. Okay, so we're gonna add a unit. We have $15 on second 12 now. And here we go. Okay, we finally got one. Okay, so now we're back to all square. Let's find a new bet. And then once we go on a run, then we're gonna cash out. And he says once you get up $100, go ahead and cash out. So we're going to be on first 12 for 5 because the last two were second 12 and third 12. And you might say, well, I'm not going to win money as fast with that, and you might be right. However, this is going to preserve your bankroll. And now we're going to have a $10 bet on first 12. And eventually here we're going to get some consecutive wins, and that's going to really pay off. But right now we're struggling a little bit, and that's okay. So that's why we're using this system that has bankroll maintenance, and we have a $15 total bet now on first 12. And that's another loss. So we've been losing a lot, and that's okay because we have patience and a bankroll. So now we have a $20 bet on first 12. And here we go. Eventually, if we have patience and we have our bankroll, we're going to go on a run. And that's a loss again. So you can see temporarily we're down $50. But we're going to be patient until we get up, and then we're going to cash out. And here we go. That is a 3 red. So we finally got a win. Okay. So now we're back to all square again. We're going to be on second 12 for 5 because that's the longest since it's hit. And let's see if we can get a second 12. And we did. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to find the next bet now. That'd be third 12. See, now we're finally up $10. Let's go ahead and spin. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, we're only up $10, but the difference is this system keeps you from losing a lot of your bankroll. And we're going on a nice little run now, and that gets us up $20. And remember, we're only using $5 units here, so that's not bad. We just started, so we'll have 5 on first 12 now. And here we go. That's a loss, so we will increase by 1 unit. And I know a lot of systems like this want you to get another hit before you restart so you're in session profit. However, like I was saying before, now we're up $35, so it's starting to take shape a little bit here. We have $5 on second 12. This system keeps you from losing your bankroll because when you try to get multiple wins on a single 12 at a high level, that can really take you down quickly. So with this system, and now we have $10 on second 12 total bet, we just need patience, bankroll, and once we get up $100, we're going to cash out. So that's a loss. We're going to increase by a unit. Now we'll have $15 total bet on second 12. Here we go. And we got it. Okay, so now we're at $50. Look at that. We're starting to get closer to that $100 goal. And now we bet on third 12 for $5. Here we go. Okay, this is 23 red. That's a loss. We'll increase by a unit. Now we have a $10 total bet on third 12. And that's a loss, so we'll increase by a unit again. Let's go ahead and rebet. Now we have 15 on third 12. All right, and that is a 13 black. Okay, we're going to increase by a unit again. Now we have a $20 total bet on third 12. And that's a 31 black. That's a win. Okay, and we're up $60 now. Look at it. Look at us. We're getting closer to that $100 goal. And for $5 units, that's pretty good. So now we're on first 12 for $5. We just barely missed that one, so we'll increase by a unit. Now we'll have $10 on first 12. We're spinning, and the other thing I really like about this is the simplicity of it. It's so simple that you can't really mess anything up. And let's go ahead and increase after that loss. Now we have a $15 total bet on first 12. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a loss, so now we'll have a $20 bet on first 12. Here we go. That's another loss, but we can have these losses when we're only going up a unit at a time. Now we'll have a $25 bet on first 12 because we only need one win. We don't need 2 or 3 like a lot of these other systems, and that's an 18 red, and that is bankroll maintenance. And now we're down, we lost 25 on that one. Now we're going to go to 30. You can see temporarily we're down again until we get a win, but we'll get one. We just got to be patient. There's another loss. Okay, so we will increase by 5 again. Now we have a $35 total bet. And we're spinning away. Here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, that's a $35 loss there. So now we have a $40 bet on first 12. Here we go. That's a 33 black. That's another loss. So now you're getting to see what happens if you have a lot of losses in a row, which will eventually happen when you're only playing 12 of the numbers. So keep that in mind, and let's see if we can get a win here soon. There's another loss. That was at 45, so let's go to 50 now on first 12. And we'll see how much we're down after this one, and hopefully we'll get a first 12 hit soon. But what this is showing you right now is you can go a long time without a single 12 hitting. In fact, if you look at the left side, there's not a single one on the board, which means that's over 10 that we've missed. And we're at $55 total bet now. Remember, $1,000 bankroll, $5 unit, 35 black for that one. And that's a $55 loss. And we moved the bet to 60. Now you can see we're minus 270 temporarily until we get a win on first 12. Okay, and that's another loss. So we've lost probably around 15 in a row now. That was a $60 loss. And now we're at 65. Here we go. Okay, that's a 1 red. We finally got a win. And you can see we're still down 200 now. So that's one area where with the other systems we'd probably keep staying right where we're at now until we get another win. But with this system, we're going to have to claw back into it. Let's go ahead and bet on third 12 for 5. We're going to have patience and bankroll to get back up again. But the difference is if we had waited for multiple wins, and that's a loss there. If we had waited for multiple wins, then we could have lost our entire bankroll. Instead, we're only down 205 out of a $1,000 bankroll, and we had about the worst case scenario ever. We had over 15 to 20 losses on a single 12, but that can happen. And there's another loss right there. So again, now we're adding another unit, and we have 15 on third 12. So here we go. We're going to have to claw our way back into this. And there's another loss. So let's add $5 more. Now we have a $20 total bet on third 12. And here we go. That's a 28 black. So that's a win. Okay, good. We got a $40 win. We're minus 190 now because we had a really bad stretch there. But this is a bankroll management system. We're not going to risk it all to get it back quickly. And there's a loss on 34 red. That was a $5 bet on second 12. Now we have a $10 bet on second 12. And we're spinning away. Here we go. We lost that one too. So now we'll add $5 more. Now we have a $15 bet on second 12. Here we go. And we got one. So that's a win. Okay, we're at minus 175. We'll be on third 12 for 5. And spin. Okay, that is a 4 black. That's a loss, so we will increase by a unit. Now we have $10 on third 12. Here we go. All right, we got it. So we're clawing back into those losses that we had with the really bad numbers. But just remember, if we had had numbers like that with some of the other systems, we would have lost our entire bankroll. We're only down 160. Let's see if we can claw our way back. And we're on second 12 for 5 after that win. And that's a 10 black. That's a loss. Okay, so we will rebet and increase by a unit. Now we have $10 on second 12. But just remember, we could have cashed out earlier if we had wanted to when we were up. But he did say to try to play till you're up 100. So we're clawing into the losses right now. We're should be at third 12 for 5. That's the last 12 to hit. Let's see if we can get one. That's a loss on second 12, so we'll increase by a unit again. So now we'll have $10 total bet on third 12. Let's see if we can get some wins now. Ooh, that's a 0. That's no good. So we'll increase again. But the reason that you want to play this is you could play all night long without losing your bankroll. And once you go on a roll, as long as you don't have, what happened to us tonight happened, and I think we'll still claw back. We're minus 130 now, but if you don't have like 15 or 16 in a row, you're not going to get in the position we're in right now. So the longest since it's hit now would be first 12, and that's for 5. But a lot of people just want to play a system where they can play all night long, and this is it for you. So let's go ahead and add a unit after that loss. Now we have a $10 bet on first 12. And there we go. We got a win. And like I said, we need to go on a roll eventually here. We're minus 115. We're clawing into that. And we'll be on third 12 for 5. Here we go. And let's spin. Okay, that's a loss on one red. So we'll increase by a unit. Now we have a $10 bet on third 12. Here we go. That's another loss. We hit first 12 again. So we will increase and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 5 red. And that's another loss. Now we have a $20 bet on third 12. Come on, let's see if we can get the win. That's a 16 red. That's another loss. So you can see there's only been one third 12 hit out of the entire left-hand side of the screen. So now we have a $25 bet on third 12. Let's see if we can get a win. And we finally got one. So that's a 33 black. And we're minus 115. All right, we're working our way towards it. And we'll be on first 12 now for 5. Here we go. Okay, we got that too. Great. Okay, now we're at minus 105. And we will be on second 12 for 5. Here we go. Let's see if we can continue this run. All right. Ooh, we almost got it. That was a 12 red, only one away. Let's go ahead and increase by a unit. Now we have 10 on second 12. Here we go. That's a 32 red. Okay, so let's add another unit. Now we have 15 on second 12. And that's a 25 red. All right, that's a loss, so we'll increase. Now we have $20 on second 12. Let's see what we get here. And we got it. That's a 17 black. Okay, so we've already made up over $100 of what we lost. We're at minus 95. And that's because we're using patience and a bankroll. We still have our $1,000 bankroll. This is a very safe system. And that's a 22 black there. And if you do want to try to win more, what you can do is you could also play columns at the same time with this, and just make sure that you don't have the column that went last. So in this case, if we did that, we could pick like the third column. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So here we go. Now we'll have 15 on the first 12, and we just went to the column, and we got the first 12. Okay, so that finally hit, so we're going to put 5 back on third 12 and restart that one. However, we did not hit the column, so that one's going to go to 10. Okay, here we go. And that'll eat into those losses, and hopefully we can get some wins back here. So we lost both those, so let's increase both of them by 5. Now we have a $25 total bet, and that's a 16 red. Okay, that's another loss, so we'll increase both of those by 5. Now we have a $35 total bet. Here we go. 0-0, that hurt. Ouch. Okay, we'll increase them both again. Now we have a $45 total bet, and let's spin. They're going each going up $5 after losses. That's a 10 black. And they both lost again. So you can see temporarily we're losing more with this new strategy, but it should pay off with patience and a bankroll. So here we go. That's a 2 black. That's both losses again. So here we go again. Let's spin. Again, if you look at the left side, we pretty much don't have anything over there that would help us out. That's a 7 red. And man. Okay, we increased each one of those by 5. Now we're at 75. Okay, that's a 23 red. Wow, that's a lot of losses in a row. We still have our $1,000 bankroll though. Let's go ahead and increase those by 1. Now we'll have 40 and 45. And I didn't do that at the right time, but that's okay. I wanted to show you guys how that would be done. That's an 8 black. And we lost again. Wow. Let's increase those. Now we have a $95 total bet. And here we go. It's a 27 red. And we hit both of them finally. So that helped out a little bit. We're still minus 295 though. So now we'll pick second 12 for 5, and then just make sure that the column with the 27 we do not have selected. Here we go. So we're basically doubling up the bet with the column and a 12 at the same time. And let's see what we had on that last one. That was a 32 red, and yeah, we lost both those. So we need to increase by 1 unit. Now we have 10 on each. Here we go. Okay, that's a 11 black. That's another total loss, so we will increase each by 1 and spin. Here we go. That's an 8 black. We lost them both again, man. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 26 black. We lost them again. So this strategy hasn't helped out yet, but we're going to be patient, use our $1,000 bankroll, see what happens. That's an 18 red. Okay, we won the 12, but not the column. So you can see we were on we're going to have $30 on the column now. And we're going to place a new bet on the 12. Looks like it'll be first 12 and first column. Here we go. All right. That's a 0-0 though. That's not good for anybody, like I was saying earlier. And here we go. And now we'll have 10 and 35, $45 total bet. Here we go. Let's get some wins. That's a 12 red. Okay, let's see what we got there. And we hit the first 12, but not the column. So the column's going to have 40. And we'll have a new bet on the 12s. It'll be on the third 12 for 5. $45 total bet. Here we go. That's a 27 red. Okay, we hit the 12, but not the column. So again, if we look at that, we're going to have 45 on the column. And we'll need a new bet on the 12, which will be second 12 for 5. $50 total bet. 45 on the column, 5 on the 12. And that's a 7 red. Okay, we finally hit that column, but we did not hit the 12. So if you look at the 12 there, now it's going to go to 10. And we'll select a new column now. We'll select the second column. Now we'll have a $15 total bet, and let's see if we can go on a streak here. There's a 3 red. Okay, we lost both of them, so we'll increase them each by 1. Okay, now we have a $25 total bet, 10 and 15. Here we go. That's a 7 red. It's another total loss, and let's increase them both again. 15 and 20. Here we go. That's a 24 black. Okay, let's see what we got there. We hit the second 12, but not the column. So the column's going to go to 20. And we'll select a new 12. Looks like it'll be third 12 for 5, $25 total bet. Here we go. So they're always going back to 5 after you hit. That's a 33 black. Okay, we didn't hit the column, but we hit the 12. So you can see the column's going to go to 25. And we'll select a new 12 bet. Looks like it's going to be first 12. And we're still down a bunch. We need to get some wins here. And let's see what we can do. That's a 12 red. Okay, we hit the 12, but not the column. So the column's going to go to 30. And the new 12 that we select will be second 12 for 5, the $35 total bet. And let's spin. That's a 3 red. We lost both, so we'll increase each by 1. And we're still down a bunch. We're minus 440, so we need to get something going here. We're minus 45. And that's a 1 red. That's a total loss, so we will increase them again. Okay, now we're spinning away. Here we go. That's a 28 black. That's another total loss, so let's increase again. $65 total bet now. And that's a 32 red. Okay, that was a $70 win. So, but we didn't hit second 12, so that's going to go to 25. And we'll start a new column bet on, looks like we'll be on third column. And $30 total bet. We're spinning away. We'll check our balance here. That's a 16 red. Okay, let's check that out. We hit, looks like we hit the 12, but not the column. So the column's going to go to 10. And our new 12 bet is going to be on the first 12. We're minus 425 though still. Man, it's not going too well right now. And that's a 34 red. So we'll increase them again by a unit. And spin. Here we go. And that's a 35 black. Lost them both again. Okay. All right, we're at 35 right now. Total bet. Let's spin. That's a 26 black. That's another total loss, so we'll increase again. And $45 total bet now. Here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll increase again. And spin. Here we go. That's a 11 black. Okay, we won on the 12, but not the column. So the column will go to 35. And our new bet on the 12 is going to be on, it looks like second 12 for 5. Well, $40 total bet. Here we go. That's a 10 black. That's a total loss. And we're down 565. Let's add those in. We're at 40 and 10, $50 total bet. I think we're going to have to make this strategy a little bit more aggressive since we're down. Let's see what we do here. That's a 20. That's the 12 one, but not the column. So the column's going to be at 45. And our new bet on the 12 is going to be third 12. We have $50 total bet on there. Here we go. That's an 18 red. Okay, we got the column, but not the 12. So you can see the 12 is going to go to $10 on third 12. And then our new bet on the column is going to be, as long as we leave out the third, we'll go on the second column. That's a $15 total bet. Let's check our balance here and see where we're at. That's a 24 black. And let's go ahead and rebet, add a unit to each. Now we have a $25 total bet. And I think we're going to have to get a little bit more aggressive now. That's a 30 red. Okay, so what we're going to do now is if we win, we're going to leave the bets the same. If we lose, we're going to increase by 1 because we need to make up for the $495 we're down. The third 12 hit, so we'll leave that alone, but we'll add to the column. So here we go, and let's spin. Let's see if we can make some of this back. And that's a 1 red. Okay, they both lost, so let's add 1 to each. And spin, here we go. That's a 6 black. Okay, we lost both again. We'll increase each by 1. Let's see how much money we have left. And it looks like we have a little over $400. $50 total bet here. Now we're going more to a system to recover this. We're going more to like Randall's system. But we need to get some wins. And I just made that adjustment because it didn't look like we could come back with the safety system that we started with today. That's a 22 black. And let's add a unit to each again. And I think we could still come back though. Let's see what happens. That's a 17 black. Okay, we hit that column, so it'll stay the same. And third 12 is going to go up. So here we go. We're going to keep them the same now if they win, and if they lose, we're going to increase. And on that one, we hit the column and the 12. So that was a good one. So we'll leave them both the same at 75. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 3 red. That's a loss, so we'll increase both of them by 1. And spin. And we need to get some early wins here. Let's see what we can do. That's a 36 red. And the 12 will stay the same because it won. The column will go up by $5 because it lost. $90 total bet now. Here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, we hit the column there, but not the 12, so we'll increase just the 12. Now we have a $95 total bet. Here we go. That's a 20 black. We hit the column, but not the 12. So we'll increase the 12. And now we have $100 total bet. And we're spinning away. Here we go. That's a 29 black. And we hit both of them there. Look at that. Now we're minus 230. Let's leave them the same since we hit both. Here we go. There's a 1 red. They both lost, so we will increase each one of them by 5. Now we have a 110 total bet, and we're going to try to get back up again. That's a 22 black. Okay, we lost, so we're going to increase both of them by 1. 120 total bet now. We still have our $1,000 bankroll, and that's a 00 though. That's not good. That's not good at all, guys. And let's check and see what we have left. We still have plenty left though. If we go on a run, we increased each by 5. Now we have 130 total, and that's an 8 black. We hit the column, but not the 12. So we'll increase the 12. 135 total bet, and that's a 3 red. That's a loss, so we'll increase both. Let's check our balance. Okay, we're at minus 645, 145 total bet. 0, that's not good. Okay, we'll increase both. Okay, the last bets were 145. That one just got taken out. So let's put some bets back up. Okay, 145. Oh, we need to add a 5 to each. Those might be a little bit off, but it deleted my numbers there. 155 total. The total bet's the same. That's a 31 black. That's a good one. Okay, that's a $70 win. We'll leave the 12 alone. We will increase the column. 160 total bet. That's a 4 black. Okay, we lost. We're at minus 880. We need to get some wins here. I had to go a little bit more aggressive so we had a chance of getting our profit back. Let's see what happens. There's a 35 black. That's a good one. We got both of them there. That's a 340 win. Nice. So we'll keep them the same. Now we'll be on third 12, second column. All right, 32 red. Again. Jackpot again. Minus 200. We're going to leave them the same. That's a 24 black. Okay, we lost both those, but we're back in the game now. We're going to increase each by 5, 180 total. And I had to adjust the strategy today. The original strategy that got called in is a really good one if you cash out quick and you know, you're just playing just $5 and you keep it really low. But once I saw that we were down so much that we couldn't come back, I had to modify this a little bit, and let's see if it works. That's a 30 red, and we'll need to increase the column, but we hit the 12, so we can leave that alone. Let's see if we can get some more wins. That's a 20 black. Okay, that's a nice win. 120. We're minus 350. As long as you hit one of the two, and on that last one, we need to increase the third 12. $200 total bet now because the third 12 lost. And that's a 34 red. That's a $85 win. We're at minus 265 now. Let's see, that was, we need to increase the column because the third 12 hit. And let's see what we get here. That's a 7 red. That's a 205 loss. We're currently down 470. So we need to increase both of those. Now we have a 215 total bet. Let's see if we can get some wins. That's a 26 black. That should be good. That's really good. $430 win. We're back to minus 40. Wow. So we leave them the same. Let's spin again, see if we can finish up after all this. That's a 13 black. That's a loss, so we'll keep them the same. Let's spin again. We're on second column, third 12 still. We kind of adjusted everything to try to come back here. There's a 1 red. That's a loss. So now we're back down 470 pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and spin again. And that's a 36 red. That's a nice partial win there. So since the 12 hit and the column didn't, we'll increase the column. 220 total bet now. Let's see if we can get ahead here. That's a 6 black. That's a loss, so we'll increase both. 230 total bet here. We almost got back in profit there for a minute, but then started going the other way. But that's a 26 black. That's a double whammy. That's a good one in a good way. We're only minus 145 now. And let's spin again at 230 here. Let's see if we can get in profit. That's a 3 red. I think that's a loss on both. So let's check where we're at. Minus 375. We'll increase both of those. Now we have a 240 total bet. Here we go. That's a 23 red. Okay, that's a 150 win. We're minus 225. We're going to increase the third 12, but not the column that just hit. And with this modification I had to make, let's see if it'll get us back in profit. But both lost there, so we'll increase each by 1. We're minus 470. 255 total bet. That's a 26 black. That's good. Really good. $510. We're back in profit now. Look at that. So let's go ahead and give it one more shot here. See if we can get more profit. Even though you probably should restart here, let's go ahead and give it one more go. That's an 18 red. We lost both of them, so let's increase both. But that's pretty cool that we got back in profit a little bit. Let's see how this continues to go. That's a 19 red. And I should have cashed out once we made back to profit. We're at minus 480 already. We have to increase both again. Now we're at 275 total bet. And here we go. 22 black. So that'll teach you something right there. We just went from by being a little bit too greedy there, we just went from being in profit to, of course, that's a good one there, 35. That's a 570 win. We'll take that. We're only minus 185 now. Well, maybe we can still do this. Let's see. 36 red. That's a good one. We'll take that 120 win. Since the column didn't hit, we'll increase that by 1. 290 total bet. Still have our $1,000 bankroll. Ooh, 0. That was the worst case scenario right now. Wow. Let's increase both of those. $300 total bet now. Let's see if we can get a win. 33 black. That's good. We'll take that, and since we didn't win on the column, we'll increase again. 305 total bet. Let's see if we can get one here. That's a 30 red. That's a good one. We'll take that, and still didn't hit on the column, so we'll increase that again. 310 total bet now. 23 red. Okay, that's a good $200 win, and we're back up $80. So let's give it one more try here, and let's see, that one we need to increase the 12 on. Now we have a 315 total bet. That's a 17 black. All right, so Let's cash out now. We're up 275, and I can't believe we pulled that off with $1,000 bankroll. But I had to make some adjustments after that original system got in trouble. The original system was to restart after one win on a single 12, and then we got down. I had to add a column bet to the 12 the same manner, and then we got down even further, and then I had to basically stop restarting after wins. And basically what I did was, since it's very similar to Randall's system, I just basically started using the system that he won the Roulette Challenge with, which was very similar, to try to get it back, and we ended up 275. We never lost our $1,000 bankroll. That was an incredible comeback, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. But I hope you're really enjoying the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, but don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. You're going to love the people in this community. They're really smart people you can learn from. They can learn from you as well, and I think you'll love it. So please subscribe to the channel, and I think you'll have a great time. And that was a really fun comeback there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.